What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over lesson 9.3. We skipped 9.2, that's okay. 9.3 is about reflections. So we're going to reflect stuff, like a mirror image. Now, something I forgot to mention on the other notes, if I want to mention it now. When we have translations and reflections, when we move the shape or reflect it, it's the same shape. It doesn't get bigger and it doesn't get smaller. Alright, so reflections. There are 6 ways to reflect. Alright, the first way is going to be to reflect across x equals. The second way is to reflect across y equals. Now, when you have x equals a number, it makes a vertical line. When you have y equals a number, it makes a horizontal line. Vertical goes up and down, horizontal goes side to side. Alright, so real quick, for example, if we have this. So they had something like x equals 2, then you go to the x-axis, you go to the 2, right there, and you make a straight line up and down. That is x equals 2. If they say y equals a -3, then you go to the y-axis, -3, right here, and you make a horizontal line, right there. Right, just FYI real quick. Alright, so number 1 and 2, they don't have a specific rule. Number 1 and 2, we're going to have to do each one case by case. But number 3, 4, 5, and 6, because remember there's 6 ways, have rules. So I would highly suggest you write this down. There you go. You can also reflect a point across the x-axis. That would be your number 3. The third way. You can reflect a point across the y-axis. That is the 4th way. The 5th way is reflected across y equals x. And the 6th way is to reflect it across y equals -x. And right here, the a and b is really x, y. X, Y, X, Y, X, and Y. So X is the A, B is the Y. Over here too, I'm not going to change it, but that's what it means. Well, yeah, screw it, might as well change it. X, -y, -x, Y. Y, X, and -y, -x. Because remember, the way you write a point is X, Y. So now we're going to practice each of these reflections. And I'm going to do it for one shape over and over and over because, well, it's easier for me and helps you get the picture. When you do your work, you don't get to use the same shape. Alright, so we're going to do the first one here, which would be to reflect across x equals. And I'm going to make it, let's reflect across x equals 4. So first we need a shape to reflect. So I'm gonna, for all the points, I'm gonna have the same point everywhere. So I'm gonna do 1, 1, 3, 4, and 0, 3. Alright, I'm gonna use those points throughout the rest of the note right now. So I'll make my triangle real quick. Now remember, I need to reflect across the line x equals 4. So here's x. Go to the 4. Horizontal line. I mean vertical line, sorry. Vertical line. And this is the way you do it. So here's the point. I should probably label them A, B, C. Alright. Here's B. How far are you away from this yellow line? You're 1. You're 1 away. You're 1. So go 1 more over here. This is your brand new B right here. That's your B prime. Here's A. How far are you away from the yellow line? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 4 away, so you have to go 4 the other direction to make it even. 1, 2, 3, 4. And C. We're 1, 2, 3 away from the yellow line, so we go 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And we'll connect it and label everything. This is B prime, A prime, and C prime. So there you go. Here's my triangle has been reflected across the x equals 4 line. Not bad. So let's do the next one. Number 2 is to reflect across the y equals. And for this one we're going to reflect across y equals -2. So the same points as before. So here's my A, here's my B, and here's my C. Connect. Whoa, totally screwed up. A to B, B to C, and A to C. I know, it's choice, but hey, it's hard using this pin on this pad here. Anyways, y equals -2. So we go to the y-axis. Here's -2, and we make a horizontal line. It's a pretty horrible horizontal line. There you go. That's all choice, but oh well, it'll do. So here we go. Here's C. How far are we away from this line? We are 1, 2, 3. We're 3 away, so go 3 again. 1, 2, 3. So this is where your brand new C is going to be. Right there. A. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're 5 away, so go 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. We'll label and take a look. So that's what it looks like when we connect the points and put A prime, B prime, C prime. So we'll go on to the next one. Now on the third one, reflect across the x-axis, and here's my original triangle. Now the rule is x, y changes to x, -y. So if you want, you can write all the points here, like A is 0, 3, and change it. So you're going to keep the x is 0, and the y, whatever y is, you're going to change the sign to a negative, so it's a -3. And you can do it for all of them, and you can plot the points. I, on the other hand, like to use the cheetah shortcut method. So we're going to reflect across the x-axis. Here's the x-axis, this one. We can use the same shortcut as before. Wow, check it out. Here's A. How far are you away from the x-axis? You are 1, 2, we're 3 away. So go 3 more away. 1, 2, 3, right there. Which happens to be 0, -3. So here's my C, you're 1 away, go 1 more away. Here's my B, you are 1, 2, 3, 4 away, so go 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. And I'll disconnect it and label, so you can take a look. So that's what it looks like. So either you can use this mathematical method here or the Cheetah shortcut method. The next one, you can also use the Cheetah shortcut method. But on 5 and 6, you're going to have to do the actual mathematics. So we'll get there. Now on the fourth one, we're going to reflect across the y-axis. I drew my regular triangle, and here's the rule. X, y changes to negative x, y. So I did a few with the math, because sometimes you have to use the math. Here we don't, but I did a few. X is 0, 3. Can you change x to negative if it's 0? Nope. So it's still 0, 3. 3 and 4, you change the x to a negative, so negative 3, 4. And we are reflecting across the y-axis, which is this one. So let's go ahead and try it. I'm going to change this color so you can see. Right. Here's my A. Even notice my A is on the Y. I can't move it. If I go left, right, it stay there. So A is going to stay there. A is now A prime. B, you are 1, 2, 3 away. So go 1, 2, 3 away. C, you're 1 away. Go 1 more away. There you go. Connect the dots and label. So this is what it looks like. And if you notice, A is both A and A prime. So that's a reflection across the y-axis. Now for the next two, there is no easy trick. We gotta do the math. Right. So for this one, we're gonna reflect across the y equals x. Here's my original triangle, and there's the rule. X, y changes to yx. In other words, you just flip the numbers over. And if you're not sure what y equals x line is, let me draw it for you, or attempt to draw it. Right. So that's the y equals x line, the yellow one. All right. So A is 0, 3. B is 3, 4. And C is 1, 1. So for y equals x, all we have to do is x, y, put the y first now. So for A prime, put the y first, which is 3, and then the 0. B prime, put the y first, which is 4, and then put the 3. C prime, you put x, put the y first, which is 1, and then the 1, where same thing. So let's graph these 3 points and see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. You notice C is the same as C prime. So this was my original, and here's my reflected image across the y equals x. We got one more, the y equals negative x, and we're done. For the last one, we reflect across the y equals negative x. So here's my original triangle. Here's the rule. You flip these numbers over and you put negatives. If these numbers, your original numbers, are negatives, well, they changed. Negative, negative makes positive. But if they're positive, you make it negative. In other words, you change the sign pretty much. So let me attempt to draw y equals negative x so you can see what we're reflecting. Alright, so that yellow line is y equals negative x. So A, B, and C. A is 0, 3. It wants you to flip the numbers over and change the sign. So I'm going to flip it over and put 3 first and change the sign to a negative 3. Can you change 0? Nope, say 0. B is 3, 4. Flip the numbers over and change the sign. So 4 goes first and change it to a negative. Then the 3, change it to a negative. Remember, if this 4 was negative, that would be a positive 4 now. You change the sign. And then C is 1, 1. 1, 1. Flip the numbers around and change the sign. Negative 1, negative 1. So let's plot the points and see what happens to your A prime, B prime, and C prime. So here's my new triangle. Here's my A prime, B prime, C prime. Don't forget, this is A prime right here. A prime, this is B prime, and this is C prime. So the new triangle is right here. It was reflected across the y equals x. Negative x, sorry. That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it's not too hard as long as you have these rules and you know my Cheetah shortcut method. Other than that, that's it, guys. See you tomorrow in class. Laters.